Assalamu alaikum dear students. So today's topic metals and non-metals part 8 class 8. Yesterday we were reading about the reaction of metals with acids. Reaction of metals with acids. And I was talking about aqua regia, boiled water, which is a mixture of concentrated HCl and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3 is to 1. As I have told you that this aqua regia is highly corrosive and it's mostly used to polish gold jewelry. What it does when the gold is dipped into aqua regia, this aqua regia takes away the thin layer of gold, and its shine comes back. And with that, taking away the thin layer of the gold, the gold ornament's weight gets reduced. I will show you it with the reaction. Aqua regia, I have told you. Aqua regia, it's a mixture of concentrated HCl plus concentrated nitric acid. The ratio of 3 is to 1. Gold, as you know, it shows no reaction with water and oxygen. Gold, Au, it's gold. When dipped in HNO3 and HCl, the reaction is like this. Gold chloride, nitrogen dioxide plus hydrogen ion is formed. Hydronium ion, sorry, and water is produced. Water is released also. Now we will balance it. This is the reaction. This is the reaction of when the gold is dipped into aqua regia. Aqua regia. Now we'll talk about nitric acid. Nitric acid. We'll talk about nitric acid. As you all know that nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. In concentrated nitric acid, it's a strong oxidizing agent. It's a strong oxidizing. What is that? It oxidizes the hydrogen when the reaction occurs between a metal and an acid, dilute acid, as you have seen in the case of magnesium plus hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, which what was formed there? A salt was formed with the liberation of hydrogen gas. But this nitric acid, what it does, it oxidizes the hydrogen produced. It oxidizes the hydrogen produced, oxidizes into water. Nitric acid oxidizes the hydrogen produced during the reaction to water, and itself gets reduced to any of nitrogen oxides. This nitric acid, it oxidizes the hydrogen which is produced during the reaction between metal and an acid, and itself it gets reduced into one of its oxides. Example N2O, NO, NO2. Okay, I will show you with the reaction. Let's take the first one. We are taking the dilute nitric acid. This is metal. We'll take dilute nitric acid. What will be formed there? we will get magnesium nitrate, MgNO3 whole twice. Magnesium nitrate is a salt, it's a salt. Magnesium nitrate salt plus hydrogen is liberated. Hydrogen is liberated. Hydrogen liberated. Second one, but when we are using moderate nitric acid, which is not diluted, but when we are using moderate nitric acid, what will be the reaction? What will be the reaction when we are using moderate nitric acid? Let's take the example. We are using moderate nitric acid. This magnesium metal plus moderate HNO3. We will get magnesium nitrate MgNO3 whole twice. Is also a salt. It is unbalanced one, and NO is bruised. Sorry, NO plus water. What's NO? It's nitrous oxide. It's nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide. This when its dilution is very low. When it's not that much of diluted. This nitric acid, it forms salt, but the hydrogen which is produced, it gets oxidized. It gets oxidized into nitrous oxide, and itself, sorry, it gets oxidized, and its nitric acid, it's gets reduced into it gets into nitrogen oxides, and nitrogen oxide is formed here. This is this hydrogen, it's oxidized to it gets oxidized to produce water. It gets oxidized to produce when the dilution is very low. Now we will talk about concentrated nitric acid. Let's take metal magnesium plus HNO3, but this is concentrated. What it will give? Magnesium nitrate, a salt. It's a salt plus NO2 plus water. Twice water will balance it. This is nitrogen dioxide. This is nitrogen डाइऑक्साइड. अब आपने यहाँ पे क्या देखा, जैसे हमने देखा था यहाँ पे ये जब हम डाइल्यूट नाइट्रिक एसिड यूज करते हैं तो एक सॉल्ट बन जाता है नाइट्रिक मैग्नीशियम नाइट्रेट और हाइड्रोजन गैस लाइब्रेट होता है. मगर जब मॉडरेट नाइट्रिक एसिड यूज करते हैं तो ये एक तो सॉल्ट तो बन गया, और क्या होता है जो हाइड्रोजन है इट गेट्स ऑक्सीडाइज्ड टू, ये ऑक्सीडाइज कहाँ पे, ये ऑक्सीडाइज यहाँ पे जब ये करते हैं यूज ऑफ मॉडरेट तो ये वाटर बन जाता है, और खुद इटसेल्फ जो नाइट्रिक एसिड है इट गेट्स reduced to this oxide of nitrogen. Same is the case with the concentrated one. अब हमने क्या देखा, अब ये बताना चाहते हैं कि आपने देखा, अब ये हो अगर अब कॉपर जो है ये किसके साथ रिएक्ट करता है? इट डज नॉट रिएक्ट विद डाइल्यूट HNO3 के साथ, कोई रिएक्शन नहीं. मॉडरेट HNO3 के साथ कोई रिएक्शन नहीं, बट कंसंट्रेटेड HNO3 के साथ ये रिएक्शन दिखाता है. इट शोज रिएक्शन विद कंसंट्रेटेड HNO3. जैसे कॉपर प्लस HNO3, it gets into copper ions reduced to nitrous oxide plus water. ये कॉपर का रिएक्शन. ऐसे ही अगर और हम मेटल लेंगे, कोई मेटल और लेंगे, जैसे जिंक है, एल्युमिनियम है, ये किसी के साथ रिएक्शन नहीं दिखाता है, ना डाइल्यूट HNO3 के साथ कोई रिएक्शन नहीं, मॉडरेट HNO3 के साथ कोई रिएक्शन नहीं, इवन कंसंट्रेटेड HNO की थ्री साथ कोई रिएक्शन नहीं। इसका मतलब जो डिफरेंट मेटल्स होते हैं दे रिएक्ट डिफरेंटली विद द एसिड्स, विद द डिफरेंट एसिड्स और एसिड्स।